Soul Rifle. Raster
And
Maple.
I was going to say, we've seen this a couple times now, right? So, like, Soul Rifle was fighting a fast and light character in Kusi's Ori, and then you had Tapscott, who had Codex Rano. I mean, this has just been, we went from the heavies, now we're going to the flyweights. It is time for this set, going to Forest Floor, Game 1.
We're going to see a lot of polarizing, maybe early stocks. We're going to see a lot of heavy combos, a lot of fast and aggressive gameplay. Already putting 35 onto Soul Rifle real quick, and Soul Rifle answering right back is what I would say if he wasn't already flying off to the side.
What an up tilt!
Yeah, Raster up tilt's still got some stuff on it.
Yeah, that move has some stank on it for sure. You get hit by that in the wrong situation, you're like, I died to what?
Yeah, it sends you right off to the side there, like with its strong hit. It's got a spike hitbox on it as well as a sour hit. It's got a lot. It's not seen super often, but when it is seen, you're never ready for it.
I'm curious what the tempo is going to look like in this game, because that is what I was worried about. I was like, somebody has to take the stock, but who is going to be in a position to take that first stock? And Chippy, man, ready at all times.
Tapscott answering right back, though. 2 stocks apiece, only 14% on him, but the mark is active, and you know that means that we're going to see some type of Lily conversion if we can manage it. Never mind, I'm sorry, I'll take it right back. I'll take it right back, I'm sorry. Just do a double dunk, you know?
Yeah.
Just and back.
We set the tone. That is what matters in these sets, is you set the tone, and we saw Chippy take stock 1, answered quickly back, and then stock 2 was gone.
Looking like stock 3 will also be gone. Yeah. That is game number 1. I was thinking, yeah, maybe down smash will kill it. I think up strong will, but will down strong kill? Yes, it will. And that is going to be game 1 going to Soul.
You saw that quick 70% on that last stock, and I'm like, man, 1 mark, and this is pretty much over. And sure enough, Soul Rifle coming through, gets the capture there, gets the second strong attack, and that's it, man. Tapscott needs to bounce back pretty quickly, because that was a quick game, not a ton of data to pull from either side. It's going to come down to these skirmishes, especially with these 2 characters.
Gonna have to pick some really solid options. Gonna be hopefully maybe play a little safer, not really throw themselves in too recklessly into Soul Rifle's buttons, because Maple's got some good moves. F tilt is criminally good for everything that it sets up for Maple, as well as down tilt and up tilt just having a hitbox directly in front as well.
What do you think about running this back right away?
I'm never really a fan of running it back unless the set was like literally, okay, I did one thing wrong and that's it. Like I DI'd 1 move wrong, or I DI'd like a strong attack wrong. But that was like
talk yourself into not intentionally losing that.
Yeah. Like, cleaned off the top at like 80. Tapscott saying
ignore everything we just said. Tapscott knows what he's doing.
Yeah, my bad, everyone. My bad. Tap, if you're listening, I'm sorry. You can run it back if you want. Listen, I just don't personally, because I'm never one to like get too caught up in it was the stage's fault. I'm just like, alright, let's just pick a different stage because there's so many.
Yeah, I mean, you have this diversity, but there's something about this layout that he really likes and is going to keep going to it. And why not, right? It's working so far. Being able to recover cleanly, which is half the battle when you're playing against Soul Rifle, and it's come back twice now.
I want to say it's because of the platform layout that he probably likes it the most. It's because of the fact that like the platforms are both perfectly leveled with one another, on top of the fact that if he puts Slipstream on the platforms, he's going to get platform move. He's also going to get off stage move.
That left-hand interaction there when that edge guarding began was textbook from Tapscott. Being right around where the mark was coming, being right around where these techs were coming in from Soul Rifle as well. Unbelievably good play.
You see right there the tether coming in super clutch to convert, and Soul Rifle trying to make a big momentum swing so he can get back into this game number 2, because he's down to stock and change, and that percent deficit's only getting larger by the second.
That down strong was crazy there on the side, but Soul Rifle now aggressively approaching this second stock.
Oh yeah, but every hit just makes it worse. Jab 1-2 into the scraw.
Imagine staring at your opponent in the eye and both of you mashing jab.
I'm gonna up B. That's what he said. He said, you're not ready for this one.
This shit's invul, baby. Hold this.
Oh, you see right there, he went for the up tilt off of the tech chase to try and get a strong hit to clean up the stock, but no dice yet. But if you're Tapscott, you're sitting pretty right now. You still got a whole stock to spare. 142% on Soul Rifle. Any one strong hit is going to do it. Boom.
Like that one.
Dash attack into the down air is going to do it. A 2 stock for Tapscott in game number 2. 1 apiece.
Yeah. So that's why you do go back to the Satan stage, because you had a game plan for that.
You had a game plan.
That was such a different story. We watched game 1, we saw how that went, and we were like, Soul Rifle, pretty damn good at the game. Then you watched game 2, and you're like, Tapscott, pretty damn good at the game.
Exactly. We're seeing now on Spirit Tree for game number 3 a much more close range kind of combat stage. And we almost saw Soul Rifle get taken up to the stars.
That nair was so important for that to hit, because if that nair misses, you're dead.
Absolutely. 100%. Right now, Soul Rifle is just getting caught with these stray hits and just barely living off of each interaction.
Big nair there.
Called out the air dodge and the jump too. Trades with the forwarder and cleans up the stock. Tapscott in the lead in game 3.
You couldn't ask for a better trade there if you're Tapscott, because, I mean, how many times have we seen Soul Rifle just kind of force their way back to at least the ledge? Maybe not always back on the stage, but at least the ledge in the air-to-air situations.
Yeah, you want to keep Maple off stage as much as possible. Force those resources to burn as often as you can so that doesn't happen. Down strong, wrapped into the up strong, cleaning it up to 2 stocks apiece, and now, oh no, Tapscott still got it going.
I was just going to say, how do we see the response here? Because Soul Rifle came back very quickly. Can they use that momentum? And nope, Tapscott said, I will continue to combo you.
He said, I still have the advantage state in this situation, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Not going to let you plant Lily. I'm going to keep going, and he forces the... doesn't force it because of the overhang on the platform. Really smart stuff from Shibby to keep going.
Man, that F-tilt has been so good for Tapscott in this set.
Oh, absolutely. And you see now Soul Rifle is starting to DI out more on the neutral airs because he doesn't want to get hit by the down airs.
Smartly puts the mark back on, knows that he's going to have to fight and claw back to the stage, and this is huge now.
Oh, went for a huge conversion and misses the mark.
Yeah, I mean, even if you get a stock trade there, that benefits Soul Rifle so much, and instead now Tapscott gets to kind of play this keep-away game with Raster.
Yeah, and Raster's really good at playing a keep-away game. You'd think for a character with such strong buttons. Oh, no!
That is not what you see from Soul Rifle. I am stunned to see that not be a stock.
Yeah, Soul Rifle, you're probably getting a little frustrated at something like that happening in such a big moment. You get the conversion, you get the parry, and you're thinking, okay, this is the stock. And then suddenly the up smash is just facing the wrong direction, and that costs you 70+% and potentially this upcoming game.
Yeah, this is kind of like, to go back through the history, this is the bio-herb of Raster, right? Where you're like, I have the lead, you have to approach me, you are going to lose the trade war, and you are eventually going to die for it.
Exactly. That is 100% the plan right now. It's, I do not need to approach you because I'm Raster. I'm the fastest character. Slipstream's out. I'm the fastest character in the game. I've got the aerial mobility. I don't need to worry about any of this. But Soul Rifle said, oh, I'm still Maple. I'm still one of the best combo characters in the game. I still have one of the best ways to kill you at 70 in the game.
Do you think the Soul Owl is biased towards Raster?
Yeah, a little bit. I think a little biased. I think just a little bit, you know? Like birds together strong, you know?
Birds of a feather, something like that, right? And that is going to be it. I was wondering, man, I saw Soul Rifle kind of claw his way back into this game. It's at 50%, it's at 60%. You're on Spirit Tree, one wrap, and that's it. But managed to find that parry, and now 2-1. Tapscott, let's go.
Tapscott on the verge, one game away from knocking Soul Rifle out at 5th. Probably one of his lowest placings in maybe years, honestly. I don't think it's been a while since he's...
Yeah, you'd have to dig. You'd have to dig for it.
Exactly. And we're going to see if Tapscott can close it out. Game number 4, Merchant Port. Let's see if Tapscott can take out one of the top 2 seeds of the tournament and secure himself a top 4 finish, or Soulrifle's going to force a game 5. I mean, for Soulrifle, you know you have the ability to do so. Unless that happens. But you can't let that get to you.
Unless that happens.
But you cannot let that get to you, right? Like, that is what the top player mentality is. Like, you cannot let an SD get to you. Because if your opponent senses fear, it's over.
I gotta argue, though, Akashic, if there's a player that we've seen it get to, even on the top level, if we've seen a player get to it, it has been Soulrifle sometimes. Where just like something dumb happens, and then it can kind of seem like they're throwing it away. I hope that's not the case. I really do, but like, oh man, what happens next?
I hope for Soulrifle's sake you're right, because right now it is 2 stocks apiece, but 94% is no laughing matter. Down air again. Sets up, gets the forward tilts, misses the clap.
Forward tilt is spacing.
Oh no! Holding low actually made the tether cause a second SD. Potentially Soulrifle's last stock of the tournament right now. Are we gonna see?
Saw the wrap too, but nothing off of it.
Are we gonna see Soulrifle out of 5th place?
We are dead at 28. Don't go out there. Dangerous water, shark infested.
He took 1 stock to punish the double dunk attempt, and it was the most important one. Tapscott taking it 3-1 over Soulrifle, knocking him out at 5th place.
Well, and that's the adaptation, right? You saw Soulrifle a couple times. It hit in game 1. It missed in game 2. And then game 4, Tapscott was like, he's probably desperate. He's probably going to go for this. If I double jump here, I win. Checkmate. And just to the icy depths below,